So when you think of the University of Waterloo, what pops into your head? For a lot of people, it's engineering, or maybe it's world-famous co-op program. But it's so much more than that. It's really a unique system, a whole paradigm that was built on this pretty radical idea that a university's main job is to be a launchpad for technological and industrial progress. Today, we're going to unpack that system and figure out what really makes Waterloo tick.
So does this model actually work? Well, the numbers kind of speak for themselves. For an absolutely incredible 30 of the last 33 years, Maclean's magazine has ranked Waterloo as Canada's most innovative university. I mean, that's not a fluke, right? That is a legacy of just fundamentally thinking differently about what a university should be. And this innovation isn't just happening in a lab somewhere. According to PitchBook, Waterloo is ranked 18th in the entire world for producing startup founders who get venture capital backing. This isn't just about having good ideas. It's about systematically creating entrepreneurs who go out and build absolute game changers, companies like BlackBerry, D2L, and ClearPath Robotics. Now, of course, to fuel an innovation engine like that, you need the absolute best talent. And the competition to get in? It's fierce. The estimated acceptance rate for its world-renowned computer science program is just 4 to 8%. Yeah, you heard that right. That puts it right up there with some of the most selective programs on the entire planet, and it really sets the stage for the intense academic culture we're about to dive into.
Okay, but before we get into the pure academics, we have to talk about the foundation, the very cornerstone of the entire Waterloo paradigm, its legendary co-op program. And this isn't some optional add-on. For a ton of programs, it's the core of the degree itself. So what does this actually look like day to day? Well, it's a really simple but incredibly powerful cycle. Students spend 4 months on campus in a study term, hitting the books hard. And then for the next 4 months, they're out in the real world in a full-time paid job as part of a work term. They just keep alternating like that for their entire degree. And the real magic of this system is how all the benefits just build on each other. You're not just getting a degree at the end, you're graduating with up to 2 full years of paid, relevant work experience. Think about that. It means you get to test drive different careers, build a professional network, and immediately apply what you just learned in class to real-world problems. And yeah, that paid experience part is pretty significant. We're talking anywhere from $9,000 to over $22,000 in a single 4-month work term. For a lot of students, this is a total game changer. It helps them pay for tuition while they're learning. It's a truly integrated learn and earn model. But that amazing practical co-op experience, it's only half of the equation. It has to be powered by an equally impressive academic engine. The whole university is structured, on purpose, to foster excellence in these high-demand, high-impact fields. You want a perfect example of Waterloo's unique academic focus? Back in 1967, it created a standalone Faculty of Mathematics, the very first one in North America. By pulling math out of arts or science, the university could just pour resources into it because they saw, way ahead of everyone else, the central role that math and computing were going to play in the future. And yep, this is the faculty that's home to the legendary David R. Chernin School of Computer Science. And you can see how this strategic focus pays off in the rankings. Waterloo is consistently in the top 5 in Canada across a whole range of critical fields. Computer science, obviously, but also multiple streams of engineering, mathematics, and even environmental sciences. The academic depth here is just incredible. So, as you might guess, getting into these powerhouse programs requires some serious academic firepower. Just look at this table. It shows the competitive admission averages for engineering. You can see that for programs like biomedical and mechatronics engineering, you need an average in the high 80s to low 90s, and that's just to be considered competitive. The bar is set exceptionally high from day one. So when you combine these intense academics with that hands-on co-op experience, what do you get? You get the perfect environment for turning cutting-edge ideas into real-world innovations. This is exactly where the research meets reality. Right on campus, you've got these world-class research institutes that are literally building the technology of tomorrow. We're talking about places like the Institute for Quantum Computing, which has basically turned the whole region into a quantum valley, and the Waterloo AI Institute. They're tackling some of the biggest, hairiest challenges in tech today. And if you're a student with a big idea, Waterloo has a place for you to build it. It's called Velocity. And this isn't just some student club. It is Canada's most productive startup incubator. It provides the funding, the mentorship, the lab space for students and alumni to launch their own companies right out of the university ecosystem. And the impact is real. You can feel it. Velocity alone is responsible for creating over 5,000 jobs. See, it's not just about learning for the sake of learning, it's about actually building the economy and creating real opportunities. Okay, so with this incredible ecosystem of top-tier academics, co-op, and innovation, you're probably wondering, what does it actually take to get in? Well, at Waterloo, it's not just about your grades. The Admission Information Form, or the AIF, is a super critical part of your application. This is your chance to go beyond your transcript and show off your extracurriculars, your passions, your problem-solving skills. They really want to see who you are as a person, not just what your marks are.
Of course, an education like this is a pretty significant investment. This gives you a quick snapshot of the estimated first-year tuition for that highly sought-after computer science program. The difference you see between domestic and international students, well, it really reflects the incredible value and the resource-intensive nature of this kind of degree.
But the university is also really committed to attracting top talent from all over the world. So to help with that investment, Waterloo is introducing an automatic $10,000 entrance scholarship for international students starting in September 2026. That's a huge step toward making this world-class education more accessible. All right, let's zoom out one last time, just to understand the true scale of Waterloo's influence. Because this isn't just a Canadian story, it's a global one. The result of this whole unique model is this massive, highly skilled global network. We're talking over 263,000 alumni out there working, innovating, and leading in 160 countries around the world, and they're all carrying that Waterloo DNA with them. And ultimately, this is what it all boils down to. The measure of the Waterloo paradigm isn't just about academic rankings or how many research papers get published. It's about the tangible, real-world impact its graduates have on the world, the problems they solve, and the solutions they build. So that leaves us with one final big question to think about. In a world that demands both deep knowledge and practical skills, is this tightly integrated model, blending rigorous academics, real-world experience, and a built-in innovation pipeline, is this the blueprint for the future of higher education?